Listen and number the photos in the order Joe talks about them.
I visited Spain with my family 2 years ago. I took lots of photos as we saw lots of things. We spent a week in Barcelona and we saw a lot of nice buildings. But my favourite place was Park Güell. There are sculptures and statues covered with mosaics, tiny pieces of stone. And I loved the buildings. There were some really amazing buildings. I took lots of photos there. I want to go back to Barcelona again one day. One spring, we visited Pisa in Italy. Of course, we saw the famous Leaning Tower of Pisa. I thought it was great. A building that leans. It was built in the 12th century and started leaning right away because the ground it was on was too soft to support it. I wonder if it will fall down one day. Last year, we visited Libya. We went to the historical site, Leptis Magna. A long time ago, this was one of the most beautiful cities of the Roman Empire. It's still beautiful today. It's famous as the birthplace of Septimius Severus, who later became Emperor of Rome in 193 CE. Today, you can still see the Forum, marketplaces, and huge amphitheatre, all in great condition. I went to London with my parents 3 years ago. There is so much to see there. I took lots of pictures, but my favourite is this one of Big Ben. I always thought Big Ben was the name of the clock, but it's the name of the large bell inside. It was interesting to hear from the guide all about the history of Big Ben. The bell weighs more than 13 tons, and it was the biggest bell in the UK for a long time. I was quite young when I went to Egypt with my parents and saw the pyramids. In fact, the photo was taken by my father. I think the pyramids are fantastic. I don't understand how people built them over 3,000 years ago. People must have been very clever in the old days. Lots of photos of the pyramids show just 2 or 3 big pyramids, but there are more than 100 in all. The most exciting place I have visited is the Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. I've never seen anything as exciting in my life. The water drops down the falls for over 100 meters, and the noise the water makes is really loud. I loved standing and listening to the sound.
Listen and number the photos in the order Joe talks about.